Center, Eat for Optimal Health. I am so delighted that you joined us today for this episode. Today, we are going to do stuffed mushroom squash. Now, here is the mushroom squash. Another name for the mushroom squash is summer squash. Now, this is a very simple recipe, but before I begin, permit me to remind you that Uzima Lifestyle Center offers classes, diabetes prevention, diabetes self-management, all chronic disease self-management. And so if you have anyone in your church who may be suffering from any of these diseases, please refer them to us. And you can contact us at Uzima Lifestyle Center at yahoo.com. That is by email. Or you can also contact us via our website, www.uzimalifestylecenter.org. And better yet, you can give us a call, 917-531-7901. So that's the way you can contact us. Now also remember that our cookbook is still available. Simple plant-based recipes. You can purchase one for yourself or for a friend. This would help them on their road to optimal health. So we thank you again for being a part of our community. Now for our recipe for today. As I said before, we are going to do the squash. This is the squash here. Now you notice that I just carved it out in the middle because I'm going to scoop out the inside because we're going to stuff it and bake it. Now, let me just go through very quickly the ingredients with you. We have vegan crumbles, right? And this is the grilla crumbles, right? And here we have our garlic. We have our onions. I almost said peppers. We have our onions, and I love to cook with the red onions because it's so nutritious. It has all kinds of benefits. Then we have here some zucchini, some fresh organic zucchini, right? And we have our sweet peppers. Now you can put some salt to taste as well. So just keep that in mind. Now, just permit me to tell you a little bit more about the summer squash or the butternut squash. Now, the summer squash is an enjoyable vegetable any time of year, not only in the summer, because it has a lot of nutritional benefits. Generally, there is little variation in the nutritional value of the various types of squash. They come in orange, they come in yellow, they come in green. Some of them are shaped like the mushroom, others have different shapes, okay? The summer squash or the zucchini squash has lots of benefits. That the benefits are found just under the skin. So you will do well not to peel the skin off because all the nutrients reside right under that skin. Now, it is considered a very healthy choice. It is low glycemic index, so it's very good for people who are diabetic. It has vitamin C, it has vitamin A, and we know that these are very good. The vitamin A for your vision, the vitamin C to build your immune system. This squash also has some folate, and that helps with the red blood cells. It also is very good for women who are breastfeeding. It has certain benefits to your brain and your spinal cord as well. It is a good source of potassium. And another very important thing, it has magnesium. Now, you know, magnesium helps you to be calm and it helps you to sleep well. Now, this mineral magnesium also helps the body to control the blood pressure. So those who are hypertensive or those who have high blood pressure as well as high blood sugar, right? Diabetes. They will do well to incorporate this summer squash or zucchini squash into their diet. Now, another very important thing, this squash has very low fat. It's low in carbohydrates and glucose. And because of the lack of fat, the summer squash is able to help the body function very well. The magnesium content is very good because it also will reduce one's risk of a heart attack and stroke. And needless to say, it is very, very high in fiber. So let me just review the ingredients. Here you have your Griller's granules, okay, and that is all ready. Then we have our garlic, we have our onion, we have our zucchini, we have our sweet peppers here, and we have our squash. Permit me to tell you about the versatility of the zucchini squash or the summer squash. Squash can be used in various ways, as you know. It can be used in casseroles, stir fries. It also can be cubed and placed in soups and make other stews and sauces. It can also, believe it or not, be turned into little zucchini nodules, right? Or summer squash nodules. It can be used in a pasta dish. It can be roasted. It can be sliced and, sauteed with tomatoes and so forth. This summer squash or mushroom squash can be used in a variety of ways. It can be grated to make a salad or a coleslaw. It can be used in combination with zucchini. It also can be grated and used as a good substitute with carrots to make a really nice salad. And it can be sprinkled in various sandwiches and so forth. So it's very versatile. So the first thing we are going to do in our preparation, we have our onions and garlic. Onion and garlic is being sauteed right now. We're going to allow it to cook a little more. If you notice that the liquid is being evaporated very quickly, what you can do is to just add a little more liquid to it. Good. Now to this, we are going to add our sweet peppers. Now we know for a fact, when we look at the sweet peppers, we see the red color. So we know a lot of antioxidants in there that is good for free radicals. That's going to help to prevent your body from really getting very stressed out, help your body to function really well. So the antioxidant, as we know, keep the free radical at bay. So this is being sauteed very nicely here. So we're going to allow that to cook for a few minutes, right? So over here, let me just switch this around so you can see what I'm doing. Over here, we have our zucchini squash, okay? Now you notice that I cut the middle a little bit. I am going to scoop that out while the onion, garlic, and sweet peppers are being sauteed very nicely there. I am going to make sure that I am scooping out Now I'm going to raise this so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. So I'm taking out the inside, making sure I get all the seeds. Takes a little bit of time, but you will be able to get it done. I'm going to show you what the inside looks like once I'm finished hollowing it out, scooping out everything. As you notice, the peppers onion and garlic is being sauteed. Now I want to take a moment to show you that I've already scooped out the inside of the summer squash, or better known as mushroom squash. Okay, now to this I am going to add my granules. So this is the veggie griller crumbles, and then we are sauteing it and making sure that it's cooked really well. And once this is cooked, as you notice, I have the zucchini here, so I am going to add the zucchini. Then I'm going to cover this and make sure this is cooked really well. And we are going to, as soon as it's cooked through, we are going to add some of our spices. We're going to cover this for a moment so that it can cook. Okay, so we have our next summer squash already hollowed out. So we have one and we have two. All right. So while this is being sauteed, what we are going to do, you see I have my pan here already lined with parchment paper. So we're going to put the two of them here and we are going to put it into the oven for about 20 minutes. The oven is ready. It is already set at 350 degrees, right? So while that is being cooked for 20 minutes, we are going to let the vegetables with the griller crumbles, let it marinate a little bit and let it cook, saute really well. Now, while this is being cooked, you can see the steam there. I'm going to add some veggie bouillon to this. This is better than bouillon, and it's made from garden carrots, celery, onions, and tomatoes. So I'm going to add some of this to give this really good flavor. Now, if you notice here, everything is being cooked really nicely. We want to ensure that the zucchini is really nice and soft, right? So we are going to let it cook some more. Now, even though the recipe doesn't call for this, I like to add some parsley flakes. I always like to cook with my herbs. So I'm going to add some parsley flakes to this. And in addition to that, I am going to add some rosemary and some extra garlic. This gives it a real great flavor. So I'm adding here some rosemary and garlic. Get that out of our way. Now this is the stuff that I took out of the squash. You can see it very clearly. All right. So now this is nicely sauteed. You want to make sure that the zucchini is cooked nicely, that it's not soggy, okay? So while that is being done, we are going to remove some of these stuff from out of our way here. So as soon as the zucchini comes out of the oven, then we will be ready to just stuff the zucchini. All right? So we're going to keep an eye on this here. Doesn't it look great? Okay. So our squash is baked. We had it in the oven for about 20 minutes. And now our stuffing, which consists of the zucchini, the sweet peppers, and the grilla crumbles. We have it all nicely cooked, right? We are going to let it just cook for a few minutes, and while it is, we want to try to get as much of the liquid out as possible. Now, while that is being cooked, permit me to tell you some of the benefits of the sweet peppers, because we have sweet peppers in here. Another name for sweet pepper is bell pepper, or it is called capsicum. Now, it's very nutritious. It is rich in antioxidant and carotenoids. It also is known to reduce inflammation. It has cancer-fighting properties. It protects and lowers your cholesterol, and it protects your body also against oxidative damage. So 1 cup of chopped sweet peppers will give you 9 grams of carbs. It will give you a lot of fiber, and it would actually give you 26% of your daily requirement of vitamin A. You heard me correctly. And also 212% of your daily requirement of vitamin C. So anytime you see orange or red kind of vegetables and fruits as well, you know you're getting a lot of antioxidants. So I am going to take this off now because it's fully cooked. See, all the liquid is out by this time. So what we are going to do, I'm going to put this over here a little bit, and then I am going to start stuffing the mushroom squash. Now that this is all ready, we have our stuffing ready here. You see the beautiful colors, the green, the sweet peppers that are red, and then we have our granules, we have our purple onion in there. We also have garlic in there, and remember I added some rosemary and some more garlic to this. One of the things I didn't remember to tell you for flavor, I like to add a little bit of Bragg's amino, just a tiny, tiny bit for flavor. All right. So now I am going to spoon this in to the mushroom squash. Gotta make sure that it's really fully stuffed. Now we're going to do the other one. Now I want you to see that it's really hollowed in the inside. It's already cooked, partly cooked, so it's hollowed in the inside. So we are going to stuff this, making sure that everything gets in there. Even the little bit that falls to the side, we're going to make sure we get that, and we're going to put it in there. Now you can also try to get it as far down as possible. We're going to press this down, and then we're going to add some more until it's full. All right, so here you have it, our stuffed mushroom, right? We're going to put this in the oven again for another 10 minutes or so, 10 to 15 minutes. And on the other side, we are going to see what it looks like. So everyone, here we have it, our roasted mushroom squash. Now you notice in the inside it's nicely stuffed, and I just decided to cut it in a few, cut the sides a little bit. You see how very beautiful it looks? Now you can have this as a main dish, with some rice and some salad, because already you have your protein here, the granules or the crumbles is protein. And then we talked about the benefits of this squash, this mushroom or summer squash. And you can just have a plain salad with it. You already have some vegetables here. The squash itself is a vegetable. You have some zucchini in there. You have some sweet peppers. So all that is a part of your cooked vegetables. You can have a salad, which would be your raw vegetables, and a serving of rice. And voila, here you have a complete dish. Now, what I would like to encourage you to do is to try this recipe. Leave a comment on our page and let us know how yours came out. I can tell you this is finger-licking good. It's very, very tasty. So try it and leave that comment so that we can know how yours came out. You know, it's always a pleasure cooking with you. So I want to thank you again for joining us today. Remember, we are aired every other week at 5 p.m. And just in case you don't catch the broadcast live, feel free to go back to YouTube and look at the recipes. Share it with your friends as well. We want to build this community. Okay? So again, here is our stuffed mushroom squash, or you can call it a summer squash. We want to thank you so much for joining us today for this episode. Remember, as usual, eat for optimal health, for your body is God's temple. Thanks again for joining us. We will see you in the next 2 weeks. Take care now.